Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Depending on where you are in this world, God bless you. This is Gloria White coming to you from Utah, USA. Today we're going to be reading from the Complete Apocrypha. We are in the book of Sirach, which is also known as Ecclesiasticus, not to be confused with Ecclesiastes. And this is chapter 8, although they're both books of wisdom. Don't contend with a mighty man, lest perhaps you fall into his hands. Don't strive with a rich man, lest perhaps he overpowers you, for gold has destroyed many and turned away the hearts of kings. Don't contend with a talkative man. Don't heap wood upon his fire. Don't jest with a rude man, lest your ancestors be dishonored. Don't reproach a man when he turns from sin. Remember that we are all worthy of punishment. Let me read that one again. Don't reproach a man when he turns from sin. Remember that we all are worthy of punishment. Don't dishonor a man in his old age, for some of us are also growing old. Don't rejoice over one who is dead. Remember that we all die. Don't neglect the discourse of the wise. Be conversant with their proverbs. For from them you will learn instruction and how to minister to great men. Yes, I highly suggest the Proverbs. I think what we need to do is start adding a proverb a day into our program here, so we can just constantly be reminding ourselves of how to be wiser, to walk that narrow path, to stay on that narrow path, and how to avoid being knocked off the narrow path or drawn away off the narrow path. We got to stay on the narrow path. Remember that we all die. Don't neglect the discourse of the wise. Be conversant with their proverbs, for from them you will learn instruction and how to minister to great men. Don't miss the discourse of the aged, for they also learned from their fathers. Because from them you will learn understanding, and to give an answer in time of need. Don't kindle the coals of a sinner, lest you be burned with the flame of his fire. Don't rise up from the presence of an insolent man, lest he lie in wait as an ambush for your mouth. Don't lend to a man who is mightier than yourself, and if you lend, be as one who has lost. In other words, don't loan to somebody anything that you can't afford to lose. Don't be a guarantee above your power. If you are a guarantee, think as one who will have to pay. So what this is saying is don't co-sign a loan for someone if you can't make that payment. In addition to your bills and what you have going on and your responsibilities for you and your family. If you co-sign for someone else and they fail to pay, you will be responsible for that bill. So consider whether or not that bill, taking on that bill, in addition to everything else you have going on, is it going to swamp your boat? Because if he's not paying it, he really doesn't care if his boat is being swamped. He's being irresponsible, irregardless of what the reason is. He's not paying that bill. Maybe he got hurt, okay? That happens. But can you afford to take that note, regardless of what happens? Even if he decides, you know what? I'm not going to pay this. So-and-so signed the co-sign for me. They'll pay it, and the car will be mine, or the boat will be mine. Be careful. What you're doing is you're putting your name and your reputation on the line for them. Be careful. It's telling you here to be careful with that kind of thing. So don't be a guarantee above your power. If you are a guarantee, think as one who will have to pay. Don't go to law with a judge, for according to his honor they will give judgment for him. Don't go in the way with a rash man, lest he be burdensome to you. For he will do according to his own will, and you will perish with his folly. Don't fight with the wrathful man. Don't travel with him through the desert, for blood is as nothing in his sight. Where there is no help, he will overthrow you. Don't take counsel with a fool, for he will not be able to conceal the matter. He'll blab your business all over town. Do no secret thing before the stranger, for you don't know what it will cause. You don't know who he's going to go tell. Don't open your heart to every man. Don't let him return you a favor. You don't want to be obligated to someone because you did something for them. You're not expecting a return. Don't let them return you a favor. But this wrathful man, don't fight with a wrathful man. Don't travel with him through the desert, for blood is as nothing in his sight. Something goes wrong, he's starving to death, you're looking like a hamburger, you'll be a hamburger. Very wise words. Very wise words here in this book of Sirach. So that completes chapter 8. And God willing, tomorrow we'll be in chapter 9. And as always, I love you.